Back to Taylor on first down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Burrow looking to pass.
He's got his run back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now we'll pause for the injured player, and it's Jonathan Taylor who's shaken up. And it certainly would be a major loss for this offense. Hopefully he's okay.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Caught on the right side, Reed. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Taylor is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Down and goal to go.
They'll try and run. Taylor.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Raiders have taken the lead.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Set for the second quarter, San Diego in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Right side, there's Decker. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Handoff running left is ETN.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Tyson Campbell up to make the stop.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now Murray. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, ETN. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Murray changing the play. On 1st down, right back to ETN. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And this one is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Play number 9
touchdown the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
They'll try the left side with ETN.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
131 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. ETN once more.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. Do you think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Most offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now it's Burrow. In trouble, and he's taken down. Felix Anudike-Uzomah in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Second down, another run with Taylor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's 3rd and 7. Now it's Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to with the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Second down, another run with Taylor. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now they go play action now. Burrow. He'll buy some time right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Up the middle, here's Taylor. He can't get him down, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, seen up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Second down and 8. A give for Taylor running right side. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. To the right side, this is Taylor. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. McPherson's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Another tote for ETN.
Oh, fighting off the defender. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's a give to ETN.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
167 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. They'll roll him out right. This is caught inside the 15. And touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Snowhawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Again, it's Taylor.
Powerful running. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. And they're going to speed things up here. Play action. It's Burrow. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And partner,
tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
First and 10, Taylor now.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9. Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Now ETN to start the drive. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray sliding out of the pocket.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend, because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there, because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Murray now to throw. And that is incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
133 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On one, ready?
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Here we go.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Burrow.
Rolling to his right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Oh, what a time for a lapse defensively. That turns this game right on its ear. And now, forget about going fast. They might want to take the air out a little bit and force the defense to use some timeouts.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll try the left side with Taylor.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson.
This to take the lead here in the final minute.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Now Murray. Looking right sideline, that's complete.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Here comes 2nd down.
Murray to throw.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's third down now.
To throw is Murray.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial.
Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it after the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs. Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
7 yards there and a first down.
A nice start for them here to overtime, and maybe the plan here is don't do anything too crazy. Don't try for some big play, Charles. Just move the chains, put the pressure on the defense.
Well, these early first downs are certainly nice confidence builders as they begin overtime because even though you've just played 4 quarters, the feeling's entirely different when you take the field in OT because you just want to settle in, as you suggested, keep the ball moving, and rely on your opponent to make that first big mistake.
He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game, and how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
First throw of overtime for Murray, eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Murray. job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. Not lacking aggressiveness here to begin overtime, Charles. A pretty big play right there, and looked like it might have caught the defense off guard. They may have been expecting something a little more conservative.
Yeah, they've got to shore things up in a big way, because they make any more mistakes like that and really let them drive it on them, they'll be putting their offense in a tough spot to answer if they want to extend their season.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Murray now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Murray off play action. He'll buy some time right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they have regained the lead. That was a big risk here in overtime. You send him out to fire away from long distance, but he knocks it through to give him the lead.
Edgy, don't you think? Because if he misses there, ball goes to the spot of the kick, correct?
Yep.
And guess what? That only leaves about, 20 yards or so for them to go downfield and be in position themselves. So you have confidence in him, and you have confidence in your defense to go ahead and let him kick that one.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll need at least a field goal here to keep their Super Bowl dreams alive, and they'll need to do it by the end of the period as they work here on second down.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Nervous time now, moving the chains, an absolute must. Here's third down. They run once more with Taylor.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down.
Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Burrow will throw. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Anything short of a first down ends this ball game. Here's 4th down.
Burrow going for it on 4th.
And he is caught. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Some big-time drama as the game continues. They had to have that 4th down conversion. They made it work.
And you and I have both seen play callers' play sheets, right? And a lot of them look like, menus at restaurants. They always have a special section for those plays when you absolutely have to have a first down, a touchdown, a big play. They went to that section right there and dialed that one up.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
So a little chunk there on 1st as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
Burrow.
This is incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here's Burrow. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you describe that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. Touchdown! No flags, and in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
A great game, partner. A spectacular finish. They needed at least a field goal to keep the game alive. They do one better. They get in the end zone and end it.
And I don't know about you, but I'm worn out. That type of a game takes it all out of us as well, not just the guys on the field. What a tremendous finish, and as you noted, were they going to go and try and get 3 and keep the game going? And that wasn't good enough for them. They got the touchdown, and that's why we're able to say goodbye.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Celebration time tonight on the Strip as we say so long from Las Vegas.